Episode 9, Ambush at the Ranch. The ranch house hulked under a gray dawn, its boarded windows choking out the weak light spilling over the Ohio fields. Inside, Aaron's hand hovered on the ham radio, Hammer's "Hostiles in tow," still crackling. 5 minutes. Tessa stood frozen by the couch, cell phone slipping from her grip, last night's loot bags untouched. Engines roared north, gunfire snapped closer, slicing the silence. Aaron snapped too, voice steady despite the pit in his gut.
"Tessa, gear up, now!"
He thrust a plate carrier at her, 6 30-round mags in pouches. Then his AR-15, red dot and magnifier zeroed for 300 yards. Grabbing her arms gently, eyes locked with protective love, he said,
"Listen to me. Put the red dot low on the windshield. Pull the trigger. Count each shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At 28, switch the magazine. You can do this. I love you."
Soft, stern, steady. Her eyes welled, tears cutting tracks down her cheeks, but she nodded, trembling. He kissed her forehead. Softly he said,
"You got this, baby."
Then grabbed his AK-47 Glock and combat knife.
"Tess, backside of the retention wall, stack 3 mags beside you. It'll make your reloads easier,"
he said, slinging the AK over his ceramic sapie-plated carrier. 8 30-round mags, 1 mag in the weapon. Glock on his belt with a 30-round mag, 2 15-rounders in pouches, 2 30-round spares in his cargo pocket.
"When I open fire, shoot anything not a Ford truck with a trailer."
He sprinted north 50 yards down the one-lane road, boots pounding across the street to set the flanking ambush. Keying the radio mid-run.
"Hammer, bring it in fast. I'm opposite the drive. Fields of fire are set. Ditch it close to the house if you have to."
Tessa stumbled to the retention wall, knelt low, bushes masking her. Shaking hands stacked 3 mags, AR barrel steadying as she used the wall for a stable shooting position. She could hear the engines roaring closer. A 2020 Ford F-250 tore in, Hammer at the wheel, bullet holes pocking the cab, trailer skidding, one tire shot out sparking on the rim. It veered, sliding into the ditch past the driveway, front bumper buried, driver's side facing the road, passenger side toward the house. A white SUV on gaudy 22-inch rims and a lowered Honda Civic roared behind. Thugs' murderous low IQ garbage straight from the urban cesspit leaning out, 9mm pistols popping, AR-15 barking, AK crink chattering. These pieces of filth zeroed in, focused on the truck. They didn't see the specter of death waiting by the ditch. Aaron dropped to a knee. AK roared, mag dumping the SUV. Rounds shredded windshield, hood, engine, driver's door. Tires blew. Before any of the occupants could realize they were now the hunted, it spun off, front bumper catching. It pitched, rolled into the ditch, ejecting one thug. A wet crunch as the wreck crushed him, legs pinned, twitching. The SUV bounced back onto its rims, smoking and bullet-riddled. Tessa's red dot wobbled. First shot, pinged wide.
"One shit,"
she whispered, tears blurring.
"Please, God, let Aaron live."
Second cracked the Civic windshield low.
2, okay.
Glass webbed.
3, I have to be careful. What if I shoot Aaron by mistake? 4, 5.
Rounds ripped hood and windshield. Tires popped front end shredded with each shot, finding its mark. The car swerved and slid, tires smoking, rims sparking on the pavement off the road, and finally stuck in the ditch. At 28, her mag clattered. Fumbling, she swapped it, kept firing, breath hitching, but steadying. Lynn leapt from the F-250's passenger side, shotgun up. She moved to the trailer's rear for cover. A low-life thug staggered out of the Civic, pistol raised. She screamed hate, 5 double-aught buck shells booming. She racked the next and fired again and again. Meat blasted off him, splattering the car, buckshot tearing through him, and the Civic's frame silencing him and ending the threat. Hammer jumped from the driver's side. Pistol-blazing 9mm rounds snapped at the SUV, sinking with Aaron's barrage. The SUV rocked. Smoking Aaron reloaded, shifted to the Civic, then back. Hammer's pistol cracked. A thug slumped in the SUV's back seat. Silence hit, ringing ears, hissing tires. Aaron stood, pistol out, stalking the SUV, pure hate in his eyes, still barking rounds, punching the wreck. Hammer stopped shooting, curious, watching as he reloaded. Tessa's scope tracked Aaron, her breath caught. He wasn't firing in defense anymore, not protecting, just destroying. The crushed thug lay on the ground beside the SUV. Aaron loomed, fired 3 rounds point blank into his head. The skull popped wetly cold. Unflinching. He walked up to the driver, whose chest and shoulders were bullet-riddled. The scumbag was choking on his own blood. Aaron pulled his combat knife, reached in and slit the driver's throat. Blood sprayed, hate burning in Aaron's eyes. Jaw tight, even a slight smirk on his face when he did it. She whispered into the silence, trembling.
Jesus, Aaron, stop. What are you doing?
Her voice cracked, lost under the ringing aftermath. And still, he didn't stop. He didn't even flinch. A backseat thug groaned. Hit but alive, Aaron reached in, dragged him out, knife flashing. Hammer froze, stunned. Lynn's jaw dropped open, her shotgun limp. Tessa's tears spilled. The scope locked on Aaron. She was horrified. Aaron drove the blade in, gutting him groin to chest, ripping through his stomach, his intestines spilling out onto the ground. Screams gargled to silence, blood pooling in the dirt. He shouldered his AK. Fresh mag slammed in. Mag dumped the last body in the back, shredding flesh and metal. His gun barked alone. Hammer, Lynn, and Tessa watching is stunned silence. Pure hate spilling out of Aaron, his hate for the world and what it was turning into. Hate for the people like this that would try to hurt his friends and his family. Hate because he had watched for decades the scum criminals walk free thanks to a corrupt, broken legal system. Corrupt judges and cops while good people suffered. Now none of that mattered. Now it was a fight to survive, and if he could get some payback along the way, he was going to take it. Hammer stepped up, voice low, then sharp.
Bro! You still in there?
Aaron froze. Knife-dripping eyes flicked up and caught Tessa's scope glinting. Her tears and terror punched through him. The hate in him cracked. Shame bled in behind it, hot and hollow. He stood wiping the blade on his pants. He wiped the blade on his pants, not to clean it, but to stop his hand from shaking. His mouth opened to speak, but nothing came out at first. Tessa slumped behind the wall, sobbing quietly, rifle down at her side. Lynn just stared, stunned, shotgun slack. Finally, he cleared his throat. Aaron glanced at Hammer.
Yeah, bro. I'm here.
Then coldly said,
The AK crink is mine.
He paused, looked at Lynn, then Tessa's position.
We got to get you unstuck and up to the house. All this noise will attract attention. The bad kind.
Snapping back, he knew this had hit Tessa hard. He walked toward her position, back toward the house and barn, calling,
Tess, you okay?
She didn't stand, sitting there through tears, yelled back,
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine.
Aaron trudged to the barn, returning with his Nissan Xterra Pro, its 33-inch mud tires growling, his pride and joy. Winch ready, they unhitched the trailer first, dragged it aside, then hooked the F-250, pulled it out of the ditch, parking both by the barn. Hammer walked back down, kicked the SUV's door open. There, laying in the back seat, were 2 M4 Select fire rifles clattered out, near empty mags. Stolen. Bags of meth and fentanyl glinted inside, scattered about the cab. D-Boy's mark, empty liquor bottles, the smell of weed and death. Hammer met Aaron's gaze, hard.
Cincy's Hill. Picked these bastards up on the edge. They knew this area too well. No way this was their first time out for a country Sunday drive.
Aaron nodded, voice low.
Unload your trailer in the barn. Preps will be safe there for now. We'll need to fix that tire soon. It's going to come in handy real quick. Debrief after you're settled.
Hammer clapped his shoulder.
Got it, bro.
And headed to the trailer with Lynn. They hauled crates, canned food, ammo, a few medical kits, stacking them in the barn's shadowed corners, then grabbed their personal gear for the guest room. Aaron walked to the house, dirt and blood streaked on his pants, knife sheathed, AK slung. Inside, Tessa sat on the floor by the couch, knees up, shell-shocked, eyes red. Odin pressed close beside her, his warm bulk a steady comfort, nuzzling her arm with that affectionate, protective instinct he carried for everyone he met. She scratched his ears, shaky, grounding herself in his fur. Aaron eased down next to her, voice soft but heavy.
Tess.
She looked up, silent, trembling. He reached out, petting Odin's flank. The dog's tail thumped, a beacon of love stitching them together.
I had to,
Aaron said, eyes on her.
Those scum. They're why we're fighting to survive. I've seen their kind walk free too long. Courts, cops, all corrupt while good people bleed. Not anymore. Not with you, not with Hammer and Lynn, not with my family. There is no mercy when the stakes are this high. I ain't proud of the hate, but I'm still me. Still the man you love.
She nodded, tears welling but not falling, leaned into him, hand still on Odin. He wrapped an arm around her, steady, hate gone, love back, the crack between them raw but not broken. Lynn poked her head in.
We're set. Guest room's good.
Then stepped out. Outside, the field lay still, blood, brass, bodies. A faint moan drifted, infested lurking, but not yet.